Hi, I haven't done some videos until ages, so I'm gonna do some, but it's not just like doing makeup, it's actually like reading something to you. But I've been doing this book, Diary of the Wimpy Kid Do-It-Yourself book, so that's really good. It's like you have to do your own things. I'm not that good at it. Like, can you see like all the hits and that? So I've been doing all that. It's really hard. So that's really good. But I haven't read this book yet. So I'm gonna read it to you to a chapter, and then only if I can do it to a chapter. So and then next week I'm gonna do a chapter to you. So let's get started. So. Diary of the Wimpy Kid, Roger Rules. September. Monday. I guess Mum was pretty proud of herself for making me write in that journal last year, because now she went and bought me another one. But remember how I said that if some jerk caught me carrying a book with diary on the cover, they were gonna get the wrong idea. Well, that's exactly what happened today. Sissy Punch, my brother Roderick. Now that Roderick knows I have another journal, I better remember to keep this one locked up. Roderick actually got hold of my last journal a few weeks back, and it was a disaster. But don't even get me started on that story. Even without my Roderick problems, my summer was pretty loosey. Our family didn't go anywhere or do anything fun, and that's Dad's fault. Dad made me join the swim team again, and he wanted to make sure I didn't miss any meets this year. Kill him, Brandon. No mercy, Todd. Stop shivering, Greg. Dad's got this idea that I'm designed to be a great swimmer or something, so that's why he makes me join the team every summer. At my first swim meet a couple of years ago, Dad told me that when the umpire shot off the starter pistol, I was supposed to dive in and start swimming. But what he didn't tell me was that the starter gun only fired blanks. So I was a whole lot more worried about where the bullet was gonna land than I was about getting myself to the other end of the pool. Even after Dad explained the whole starter pistol concept to me, I was still the worst swimmer on the team. But I did end up winning Most Improved at the awards banquet at the end of the summer. That's only because there was a 10-minute difference between my first race and my last one. So I guess Dad's still waiting for me to live up to my potential. In a lot of ways, being on the swim team was worse than being in middle school. First of all, we had to be at the pool by 7:30 evening every morning, and the water was always freezing cold. And second of all, we were all cramped in 2 lanes, so I had somebody on my tail trying to get round me. The reason we had to use 2 lanes was because swim practice was at the same time as the water jazz class. I actually tried to convince Dad to let me do water jazz instead of swim team, but he wouldn't go for it. Come on, ladies, get those arms up. This was the first summer the coach let us boys wear swimming trunks instead of those skimpy racing trunks. But Mum said Roderick's hand-me-down bathing suit was perfectly fine. Your friends will be jealous because you'll be so fast. Ha 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 ha. After swim practice, Roderick would pick me up in his band's van. Mum had this crazy idea that if me and Roderick spent quality time on the ride home every day, we wouldn't fight as much. But all I did was make things a lot worse. Roderick was always a half hour late picking me up, and he wouldn't let me sit up front. He said the chlorine would ruin his seat, even though the van is chlorine. The chlorine would ruin his seat, even though the van is something like 15 years old. Get in the back. Roderick's van doesn't actually have any seats in the back, so I had to squeeze in with all the bad equipment, and every time the van came to a stop, I had to pray I didn't get my head taken off by one of Roderick's drums. Right, I might stop there because I only have 6 minutes. I think it goes up to 10 minutes. But with page 8, we've read let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to read 7 every time. So maybe tomorrow or Friday I'll do another one, or maybe next week I'll do one. But I think I might do it next week because I'm doing so fun things. So so I can tell you about that and that. So page 8. Remember, guys, page 8. Can you see it? Page 8. And that's the end. And you can get these in Amazon. I think quite a lot of shops. You can do let me just put this in there. You can do let me find that page what I showed you. You can do stuff like I have to be quick, like stuff like this. This was quite easy, but soon you have to write your own. You have to write your own diary. So, because look, it's got nothing there. What are you meant to do with it? So, have some great days. Have a good summer holiday. So, bye. Bye. Sorry, I was just doing that. So, bye. And you like my pen. Bing. My mum gave this to me. Do you see? Yeah. Okay. Bye.